Yo everybody. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a different one. So we just recently did a full set run of Bloody Roar 3. And we ended up getting all the achievements for it. But the reason this video is going to be a little different is because this game, as much as I love it, and I would love to see a remake or a reboot of the series, I think it'd be so great to get a modern day Bloody Roar game. But, as in classic fashion, in some of the older fighters, you have a little bit of input reading and a percentage of, the final bosses or the hardest modes countering what you're doing. And some of you may know that with Shao Kahn back in the day on some of the games, Street Fighter 2, Turbo Edition, Bison, it can get pretty hectic out there. So instead of doing an achievement run showing how to get the achievements and how to do all this other stuff, I decided to make one on how to cheese some of these fights so it makes it a little bit easier for, some fighting game players or maybe people that don't play fighting games that just want to try to do the set run. Please use this as a guide to try to get you through some of the hardest parts of the game. I do highly recommend giving it a shot though and trying to learn the game mechanics. It does have really good and fun mechanics to play around with, and then at least until you get to some of the harder stuff, then start to apply the cheese. So let's get those crackers out because I got a little cheese for you rats. And let's get into the video and break it down. Alright, let's talk characters. So, I'm not going to break down each and every character and what their cheese strat can be. The name of the game is just to spam lows, to be honest. And a lot of characters have lows, but some of them are way stronger than others. So, even in all the normal ranks, you can get away with this. Again, I would stress just playing it normally. You'll probably have more fun that way than just spamming. But you can use the fast forward feature, and I'll show that here in the video, and you can just spam lights, and usually you can get through the entire run pretty fast just doing that. It is still kind of RNG based, but the normal modes, they really don't block low that often. Now when you try it on harder mode, it's still going to be the same, but you're going to deal with a little more RNG. They might short hop your lows or punish you if they block too many of them. The only time that you're going to really have a lot of trouble is when you do the highest difficulty achievement, which you have to unlock. That's an extra mode. Now that one is strictly RNG. You can still do the strat with the lows, but you just got to get lucky, to be honest, and just hope to God they don't short hop a lot of them. But I'm going to show you the 3 characters that I think have the best chance of getting you through a lot of those modes. And that's her, him, and the final boss. So you have to unlock her, and you can do that pretty simply just going through the normal mode and just showing, like I'll show in the video here, just spamming the lows, and you can get to her without even losing a round. So getting her unlocked can be difficult only in the sense in you can still do the cheese, but again, it's kind of an RNG because she has some strong normals. So it's just going to be like, because if you lose, you have to start all over again. So that's the only thing that's the downside there. But once you get her unlocked, I would definitely recommend using her in beast mode or hyper beast mode, excuse me. I'll show that here too. She just has a really great normal that's a low that goes into a launcher that combos that you can just spam. And then once they are down on the ground, you can just basically mash your slam ability, and they really can't do much about it. So it really helps you get through the hyper beast mode pretty quickly. And again, a lot of these can be paired with the fast forward feature of the emulator to really help speed a lot of this along. So keep that in mind once you start to feel comfortable using these low normals. I would say the hardest time you're going to have with some people are the moles. The mole characters are pretty rough. Iron Mole's the same way. They don't have really good lows, but you can still do it. They were the ones I had the most difficulty with out of all the other characters, but you might have a different experience. Okay, so basically when you get into the round, when it starts, you're going to just start walking up to them, and then as soon as it says fight, you're just going to start mashing low. And this is what it's going to look like. And it'll probably do a little bit of low damage, but most of the time they're not going to end up blocking it, or they're going to try to do other moves to punish you, but you're going to be too fast because you're advancing on them. Another thing that you should be doing is making sure you activate, and you'll get a little more damage as you see above. And this will help you clear it a little bit more faster. Now that being said, you do still need to play a little smart maybe if you're just playing on slow. So what you want to do is you want to turn on the speed up option, and then you can just really start going in and then just immediately just spam this until they're dead, pretty much. And that's basically what you do the entire game. Again, I know it's probably not the best or the most honorable, but like just to get through some of the harder stuff, it definitely helps. So here's all the extra modes that I was telling you guys about earlier. The strat that I told you about, the cheese of just doing the lows, you can do and apply to every single one of these, and you'll pretty much just win eventually, with just if you just get some good RNG going. Some of them, they are like the knockdown modes. It almost would be better just to do an activation of your beast mode at the start, because once they get knocked down, you instantly win. But then after that, like maybe if they do end up blocking your activation, then just start doing a sweep, and then usually you'll get them, or some kind of knockdown normal with whatever character that you decide to choose to run this one with. Same with sumo. Sumo is basically just the knockdown one, the same concept. You just knock them down once, they're done. And then no guard mode is probably one of the easier ones just to spam lows on, because you can't block, they can't block, so you might as well just go at ham. Sudden death is a better way to do this one, is just choose your fastest normal for your character and just spam that. Other than that, the cheese that I was telling you guys about and showed you, it's all gonna work for all these modes. The highest difficulty is the one that's kind of going to be the hardest out of everything to do here, only in the sense of you're spinning the slot machine pretty much and just hoping to God that you don't get characters that can counter you. The biggest offender, this character right here, they have great mids, so no matter how much low spam you do, you are going to get hit eventually, because their mids are so good and they can combo into a ton of different other mids. So playing against them is a little rough when it comes to doing the strat, but other than that, there's not a lot of other characters that give you as much trouble as he does. The tigers can be kind of annoying, and Ginny can be annoying, but other than that, those are like the only ones I can think of on the top of my head that would give you any other trouble while doing those runs. Now that we kind of broke down what the cheese is and just basically hold down and spam your fastest punch or kick button, I wanted to throw something a little special here at the end. It's something I found with the wolf. It's an infinite that can only be used in the high speed mode. So I'm just going to put this here at the end before ending the video. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other cheese strats, or if you enjoyed this kind of video, please let me know in the comments below. I'll make other ones for other fighting games that I can find. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. So this is an infinite you can do in Bloody Roar 3 on high speed mode survival. You can do this until they're dead or until the time goes down. Now, do you want to see it go faster? You just bounce them around like a basketball. It's hilarious. And you can do this until it hits 99 and continue to do it, and you just time scam them because they can't get out of it, as you see here.